Hello, good afternoon and welcome. Welcome to Rangers Radio, this pre-match show, Rangers versus Hamilton, New Douglas Park. Joining myself, Foxtrot, on the panel is the legendary Bridgeman. We'll say hello and he's got the team.
Can I just say, good afternoon to you, Oxtia. Huge good evening or good afternoon to the boys in the lobby and to all the Rangers fans listening in all over the world. Good afternoon. Welcome to Rangers Radio. And the team is, let's get this up and running. Goalkeeper McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Helander and Barisic. Jack, Davis and Hadji. Barker, Kent and Roof. Substitutes, McGregor, Bassey, Patterson, Kamara, Stewart, Balogun, Arfield, Morelos and Jones.
Can you give me the midfield again, Bridge?
The midfield is Jack, Davis and Hadji. I'm assuming it's a 4-3-3.
Right. No, I'll see that as a 4-2-3-1, mate.
Okay, buddy.
I'll see Davis and Jack sitting like last week.
Right.
I see
Hadji out in the right,
Hadji
Barker.
on the right, or Barker, right, and Roof up top. That's the way I see it.
Okay,
yeah.
That's cool, yeah.
On the left, yeah. So we'll see how that sets up. None of us so-called experts, you know, none of us were close, really. Back four, we were pretty consistent.
Yeah.
Jack and Davis playing, but I don't think we've seen both Barker and Hadji playing, mate.
Well, I think there was a mixer because some folk thought McGregor would have walked straight back into the goalkeeping role. Mm-hmm. And I honestly, I think I was the only one right enough. I thought Balogun would come straight in. But Helander's done such a good job, and so is McLaughlin. So well done.
Here's a question, but do you think it ever comes into their mind that bringing somebody back for injury on the pitches?
Well, I, actually, when I look at it right now, I would suggest that that's exactly what it's about. Nobody would take a chance at putting MD, who've just been injured. Balogun's on the bench. Look, I noticed that Jordan Jones is on the bench, for goodness sake.
He's okay. That was the substitutes again, mate.
Substitutes, oh my goodness. I just stuck everything away there. So just bear with me. Right, substitutes were McGregor, Bassey, Patterson, Kamara, Stewart, Balogun, Arfield, Morelos and Jones.
Okay, we've got a bit of cover on the bench, covering most of the bases there, obviously. Balogun, Bassey and Patterson cover your full-back
defence. Yeah.
You've got Arfield who can play anywhere in the midfield. Jones covering the white men, and of course Morelos and Stewart. Morelos can play anywhere up front, particularly centre forward, and Stewart can come on anywhere. And Jones, well, he's appeared for nowhere, hasn't he?
And Kamara's in your, and remember Kamara
Yeah. So,
okay.
Interesting. So we'll see how it takes us. And I'm looking forward to it. I'm actually surprised at the team, but he did say that Hadji trained strongly in some of his interviews, Bridge.
Yeah. Excuse me. I'm going to have to go on mute. I'm going to start coughing. Sorry, pal.
Okay, so people want to join us, give us their thoughts. The number's 01413561972 or join us at Skype at RangersRadio.online. Well, you'll be brought into the call by Old School Blue.
Thanks for that, Oxia. Sorry.
That's okay, mate. Rangers team today of McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Helander, Barisic, Jack, Davis, Hadji, Barker, Kent, Roof. Substitutes, McGregor, Bassey, Patterson, Kamara, Stewart, Balogun, Arfield, Morelos and Jones. Takes you longer to read the subs, does it?
It does indeed, yeah. It does. 9 subs or something. Incredible, you know. Unbelievable. So you, before I rudely interrupted you with the coughing and things like that, you asked me a question, Ox, and I can't slip my mind, pal.
Oh, that was a long time ago. That was about... I asked you about the injury thing, and then, I'll change the question to you, mate. I think this time last week, I think none of us thought we'd see him. I think universally, none of us thought we'd see Alfredo Morelos in the Rangers strip again, yeah? And
yes, you're absolutely right, yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. I know, I didn't think I would ever see him playing again for Rangers, that's the truth. But there must be something And I don't know whether it's a personal thing with Morelos or whether it's both personal and maybe been rejected by Lille or whomever team it was. So you might find that these are the reasons. There's only one way to go, and that's get himself back in with Mr. What do you call him? Our manager. Couldn't get out there, Mr. Gerrard, and get it sorted, because that's what he'll need to do if he wants to go forward. He needs to go. Well, he can only go forward. Otherwise, he's going to be left behind. That's all there is to it. Too good a player to be left out.
All right, just so you know, Bridge, the bookmakers say Hamilton is an 18-1 shot, a draw 71 a day, and Rangers £8 wins you £1, Bridge.
Jesus, 1-8, incredible. Well, Rangers. Look, I think those odds for Rangers reflect how people see Rangers insofar as quality in their team's concerned against a team. Talented at Burford is full of youngsters as well. Their manager might be turning and saying, "Well, there's a couple of key players I don't want to play in here. Let's get the youngsters in, because this result, talented at purposes, unless of course it's a win for them, they're not going to get too much at it. They don't expect to beat Rangers, I would imagine, unless they're going to kick lumps at us, of course, But they can see that Rangers have got quality in every part of the pitch, and they can see what's happening. I'm expecting another 11 men virtually on their box line.
I don't think they play like that, mate.
I'm expecting that to happen. No, I expect them to be inside their own half for most of the game.
If we've got them pinned back, I don't think that'll be how they'll set up, mate. I don't think their manager does that. I think they're a team that comes out and has a go, and hopefully that'll suit us with a decent game of football, mate. And hopefully we can go and get the points, and we can see a bit of entertainment, because some of the games I've seen have been pretty poor, haven't they?
Wow.
It's like a bit of dancing. It takes two to dance, If you don't, there's only one person trying to dance, you're not very good, mate.
I'm sorry to say, I just don't see Hamilton even attempting to do anything today.
They don't play like that, Bridge. They don't play like that under Brian Rice. You've not done your homework.
Well, that's the way I see them.
Mm-hmm.
That's the way I see them.
They'll try and break forward and have a go and see how it takes them. That's the way they play. Yes, turn the show off, Linda.
Hi, Ox. Hi, Bridge.
How we doing? Linda?
Hello.
Nearly early evening, isn't it?
Yeah, I suppose it is.
You in shock? Barker and Hadji on the pitch at the same time?
Yeah. What about Itten? He must be injured.
Yes, correct. He's not even on the bench.
Yeah.
He's not even on the bench. Looks as if he must have had a knock. Well, it could have happened today when he's got there. Something's happened, couldn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Ox, I just wanted to thank you for sending me that abacus.
Have you worked out how to work it?
I don't know.
We've been inundated with gifts for you.
Oh yeah, I know. I think the calculator and the slide rule as well. That'll come in handy.
Have you been getting a bit of a stick?
Yeah. It was a wee laugh, I suppose, for everybody else.
Don't worry about it. It's not real.
I know.
What do you think of the team? Would that be the team you picked, or have you seen it different?
Yeah, probably McLaughlin keeping his place. I don't think we're surprised at that. He's not really put a foot wrong, although, some folk thought McGregor being number one, he would come back in. Hilander's kept his place, probably because he's not really done anything wrong either. I think maybe folk a wee bit concerned about his pace, but again, he's done well. And as you say, Itten, obviously it's an injury. Otherwise, I think he probably would have started as well. So, yeah, probably is going to be, as you say, 4-2-3-1, and hopefully we'll get a win.
I hope so. Bridge? Come on, Bridge. You're talking to yourself now. Come on. Come on, Bridge.
I couldn't get the thing to go off mute there. I do apologise. Sorry, what was that you're saying, Linda?
No, I was just saying, Bridge, it was just that Ox was asking me about the team, and I just thought that obviously McLaughlin keeping his place, not really many surprises there. Probably Hilander's not done much wrong. and probably the only wee shock is Itten, and he must be injured.
Yeah, we were just speaking about it a couple of minutes ago before he came on, and I thought that Balogun would have taken over his role again from Islander, but as Ox said, that it might just be down to don't want to bring MD back for injury to play on that pitch. So it might be something as simple as that. And yes, I agree, Itten must be injured. There must be an injury there.
But the same with the goal, Bridge. Obviously, McGregor and Balogun we might see as our number ones. Highlanders come in and go to the shot, and if we keep keeping clean sheets and winning football matches, McLaughlin and Highlander are the guys in possession. Linda?
Yeah, I think so. As you say, Ox, you've got to, if you've not done anything wrong and the team's winning, then you should play that team again. And I think Gerrard said that yesterday. It's hard to drop people if they've got the shirt and they're doing well. So, yeah, there's quite a lot of good options on the bench as well if we need to mix it up a wee bit. It looks a strong squad, a strong team.
All right, we've been joined by Scott. Afternoon, Scott.
Afternoon, Ox, Jeff, Bridgeman, Linda, how are you? Okay?
Hi, Scott. Doing well, pal, thanks.
Hi,
Good.
Scott.
How are you, mate? What's your thinking on the team?
Yeah, I think the back four picks itself, I think, now. I didn't think he would bring Balogun back due to the pitch, and he's not been out. The surprise for me again is Barker and Hadji coming back in, but I think that must have a knock. But I think we expect Hadji maybe just to play in behind, maybe Roof and Barker wide and Kent on the left as well.
So you've got Barker and Kent wide
right.
and
maybe
Hadji
in behind.
A lot of people have asked Scott to see Hadji in that position. They think the so-called number 10 position could be his best position.
Yeah. I think, I can't see Barker really playing there. So I think Hadji would play there. I think, as you say, everybody's wanting to see him play, see what he's got, but it's not a bad replacement if you're bringing in a Romanian international, and even the bench, as you say.
Barker played there in the first half last week.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I thought it was better in the second half, actually, when they changed that back, and obviously when they moved that and back into the middle as well. But obviously, I think Roof will play central and Kent will play in the left and back and right. I might be wrong, but that's the way I would play it anyway.
Linda, Alfredo Morelos, I think we universally near enough thought we might not see him again. Here he is. He could come on and score a goal today,
Yeah, Ox, I think we all said that we probably wouldn't see him again when you asked us all. But I think it was the right thing to keep him on the bench. I don't think it would have sent out the right message if he'd gone straight back into the team. And there should be enough quality there in terms of being able to win the match. And as you say, maybe if we get a couple of goals, we can bring Alfie on. And, good luck to him. If he's playing for Rangers, we all want him to do well.
Yep.
I hear you right enough. Yes, I agree with Linda there. Yep.
Itten has a calf strain, mate. That's the information.
Calf strain. Well, look, we don't want on pitches like that. You don't want them to be walking trying to play football and you get immediate. These pitches are absolutely dreadful on your legs. Absolutely dreadful. Unless you're a lightweight. He's a big fella, Enkadam.
How did you see it going today, Scott? 18-1 Kilmarnock.
18-1 Kilmarnock?
Sorry, Hamilton.
No, I've got my bet didn't come up last week, Barisic. He should have had a free kick too, and that bugger never gave him it outside the box at Clancy. But I've got Kent to score any time and Rangers to win 3-0.
What price is that, mate?
11-1.
All right, so a grand on it, you'll have a good night tonight then.
Aye. Well, I've got a tenner on it, so
that'll do you, won't it?
That'll do you. Aye, that'll pay my beer money.
That'll do you. Linda, we're strong favourites. The bookmakers don't see us have any problems. Do you envisage any issue why we don't get 3 points?
No, we shouldn't have any problems, but you don't want to obviously take the opposition for granted, and we're going to have to, perform well to get the win. I think we've got a reasonably good record there the last couple of seasons. I know the games have been a bit mixed at times, but we have managed to win and we have managed to, score some goals there. So hopefully we need to, as I say, play at this high tempo right from the very beginning, Ox, and not leaving it to the last kind of 15 minutes to try and go and win a game. So right at it right from the beginning, and hopefully we'll put on a good show.
Good shout there.
Looking forward to it, Bridge.
Oh yes, I have to say, I always look forward to seeing my team. Admittedly, the conditions and where we're playing and so on and so forth isn't going to be the best. I don't know whether it's going to be raining there or not. Probably not. But really, I just love watching my team. I just love it. The most frustrating thing about them is sometimes they don't play very well, and that really gets your goat, But I just enjoy. I so look forward to seeing them. I love walking into Ibrox. I just absolutely love it. Just brilliant.
Do you not get fed up with all the groupies behind you shouting for your autograph?
No. No.
All right. Has to take 5 pence with him every match with Bridge. I wondered how he was in Argos all the time, and I noticed he was stealing all the pens, Linda. Right, we're not going to be the biggest team in the world with Roof, Kent, Hadji, Barker, even Davis. A lot of responsibility on Jack's shoulders to go and get the ball and make his play, Scott.
Yeah, that's right, Ox. That's the kind of worry. There's nothing really to end there. I think last week, I said Jack might have pushed forward, but I think it was Davis who was doing that, and I thought Davis had a good game last week. And we were a bit, as I said before, some of these away games had just been kind of posted missing. So hopefully Jack can get the ball and give it to these players, because we're very attack-minded. In the last third day, we've got 4 attack-minded players. So hopefully we can get the ball and get to these players, and we can get an early goal and go on from there. Last week, I thought when Atton went up front with the Roof, they seemed to be making the same runs together. I don't know if he's noticed that. Because Atton was nearly standing on top of the Roof when he scored the goal, wasn't he?
I sort of dummied it. I mean, when somebody gets told to get close to you, you're going to occasionally get in each other's road, mate. I think people, if they watch McCoist and Hateley, there've been occasions where they bumped into each other, mate. You know what happens.
Of course, in a partnership takes a good bit to work on as well. It doesn't just happen in one game.
No, but the second half last week, he was. I think these people were. Let's be honest, 2-0 flattered Kilmarnock, didn't it? Flattered, yeah.
It should have been 4 or 5 easily.
Aye.
They were comfortable the full game. I don't think the goal would have saved the meat last week.
Mm-hmm. Linda, what's your view on the pitches? Is it something that concerns you, or do you just say we should go out, play and win?
I think they are a bit of a concern, and I think they all sort of have got the views that they shouldn't be in the sort of top leagues, but they are there, and we've got to just go and try and play the best style of football we can and get the 3 points. But I think what you said earlier about perhaps not risking people that have coming back from injuries or have got wee niggles is quite relevant, Ox, because you can actually turn your ankle or you can stub your knee, that sort of thing on them. They're good for some sports, but not football. I don't think that they should be allowed personally, but as I say, they're there and you've just got to go and try and win.
Bridgeman, you've suffered with injuries. You've been known to get a lot of carpet burns in your days. So
carpet burns, aye.
Do these plastic pitches worry you?
I've never played in them. Well, I tell a lie, 5 sides I've played on them, but no, not in a full-blooded match. I went for the dreaded black shingle through to the red ash, through to mixtures and things like that, but and then onto grass. Nah, really and truly, I would hate to play full game football, particularly at that level, because the ball does strange things when they're on these pitches. Just a strange thing. It may not be the player that meant to do it. It might not be anything about that. The ball just does it. Sometimes it takes a mind of its own, and you're standing there. All your judgment's there. It's going to come here. I've got a yard to go. I'll get that ball, and before you know, it's gone. and it makes you look a fool, you know. I don't like them. I don't like their pitches, and I think they should be done in high level. Professional football should not be played in these pitches. No way.
Okay, well, just a wee old school Blues Aka today. He's took. Well, his bet today is Borna to score 2 goals or more. And 2 goals or more, and Borna Barisic to score £5 gets a £505 back. He's bet. That's Dougie the Bears bet.
Regarding the pitches, obviously, they shouldn't be playing top flight football in the. But I can see maybe what a lower league. But top flight football shouldn't be played. You never see a good game in these pitches. I don't think I've ever seen a good football game. It's just the ball sticks on them. As Bridgeman said, it bounces all over the place. It's just it becomes a joke sometimes.
One of the things that disappointed me, Scott, with Scottish football, Livingston put their pitch in when they got promoted to the top flight, which was terrible. They
should never be allowed. It's for small clubs, for like communities and that, but not for Premier League. It's a joke.
But I think most people agree with you, mate. I really do.
What do you expect for folk at Earth football? Know what I mean? So
I'm actually surprised that the Players' Union at the top level haven't get involved in it, mate. I really have.
Yeah, well, I could say it's probably ruined Jamie Murphy's Rangers career, that injury got down at Kilmarnock.
Waghorn as well. Waghorn as well.
Aye. So just
it's absolutely shocking, by the way. It's really, really bad. And it's been going on since they put these pitches in, and since they were allowed to. Some of them were relayed as plastic pitches. And no, I'm sorry. If it's not a grass pitch, it's one of these. Has to be one of the woven ones. You can only go up the way, not down the way.
All right, Bridge, give us a team if anybody's just joined us, mate.
Let me get that thing out here, boy. 2 seconds. 2 seconds.
Pen and paper, mate. What's wrong with pen and paper?
Pen and paper. Right, here we go. McLaughlin, Tavernier, Goldson, Helander and Barisic. Jack, Davis and Hadji, Barker, Kent and Roof. Substitutes, McGregor, Bassey, Patterson, Kamara, Stewart, Balogun, we've got to get it out there, Arfield, Morelos and Jones. That one's fascinating me, that Jones one. Fascinating me.
Yeah, he's appeared back in the squad, Linda, but you'll know this is yet again when there's 5 substitutes and there's 9 of these on the bench.
Yeah, I know. Ox, I think. I mean, Jones is probably there. Obviously, I don't know. I don't want to say make up the numbers, but obviously, as you say, because you're allowed more on the bench. But you know what? I mean, who knows? Maybe he might get a wee chance and come on and maybe make a difference. You know, have a good run, score a goal. But it's a bit of a shame for Jones. But we've said before, I think he's probably on his way out anyway. But as I say, if he does come on, then again, I would like him to do well.
I mean, I've been critical of Hadji, but I can only see what I say. I hope the boys scores a hat-trick today and man of the match. I'll be delighted, Scott. You know, you can't say you think somebody plays well when they don't.
Yeah, no, I think we're all hoping for this guy to just burst on the scene, and because he definitely looks as though he's got the skill for it, Ox. And he was carrying a game, Ox. He maybe been carrying that for the start of the season. I was just looking at the bench. We've 8 internationalists on the bench.
All right,
quite incredible, isn't it?
Wow.
Apart from Greg Stewart, I think the boy Bassey's been thinking under 21, maybe, if I'm right. The boy Parsons under 21.
I wouldn't be surprised if Greg had some caps as young as well, you know.
Maybe at some point, aye. So if you look at that, we've come a long way from 2 or 3 years ago.
Talking about coming a long way, we've been joined by Alex. Afternoon, Alex. Good evening.
Aye, you're right there. How you doing, Ox? How you doing, lads? And good to hear the luscious Linda on again.
Luscious.
How you doing, Alex?
That's a bit. Linda, it's up to you if you want to take that. Are you accepting that?
I'm saying nothing, Ox.
Luscious Linda. Dear Alex. Bridgeman.
I know. Bridgeman gave me that patter.
No, he never.
How you doing anyway? You alright?
Yes, Alex, yes. How would you think of the team, mate?
Well, I'm actually delighted to see that he's stuck with Barker. I know you guys weren't keen on him last night. I think JFK spat out his beard the day when he heard he was in the team today again. But it looks a positive. I think you're right. I don't think it's a game for playing in the air with that pitch. So I think that's Stephen's thoughts that we're going to play it in the deck, and hopefully Barker can get in behind them to run into space. But an early goal would be great, because that would mean Hamilton have to come out rather than bed in as a 10-man defence the way Livingston did.
I don't think they will, mate. I don't think their manager would play like that, mate. Rice plays the way he played. He's a decent footballer, and he plays the game, tries to play it the right way with a young Hamilton team. You know, I might be wrong, Alex, but I don't think they'll sit in like Livingston did.
Well, that kind of contradicts what Brian says. Rice said himself. Then he says he likes to play football, and he had a go, according to him, against Celtic.
Oh, that's what he done. Aye, they'll no sit in.
Aye.
You know,
so
always...
if they do come out, then that leaves us gaps and space to run into. But I've got a Roof and 4-0 the day myself.
What price is that?
20-1.
Oh, go on yourself, pal. Go on yourself.
Roof gets a goal again, Linda. He's the man in possession of that centre forward's jersey. Yeah? He gets another one today.
Yeah, it was good for him to get a goal last week, take it off the mark. And I heard a wee interview yesterday that he gave, and he was talking about what his preferred position is up front. He says he's quite happy to play anywhere in the forward line, but he does, just slightly prefer the number 9. So. And that's where he's been playing the last couple of seasons. Yeah, it'd be great if he could get another goal and, start to really put some stats together in terms of, his goals scored.
Scott, the defence, we're seeing me partner every week. We don't think we're going to lose a goal, which is a great testament to how they played this season.
Yeah, as I said last week, the goalie's come in and he just slotted it in there, no problem. And it's testament to him that McGregor's still on the bench yet. He's not changed it. And Hollander's obviously come in and slotted in. And as I said last week, Golson's been, I think, one of our best players this season so far. And but to be fair, well, nobody's really attacked us, have they? But they've kind of, at the end they've had to do, they've done it well. And hope that continues today. Get another clean sheet. Because if we keep clean sheets, we'll win every game. Because we've got guys at the other end of the park who score goals. And I've been very impressed with Ryan Kent. I know last season I was saying he wasn't doing much, but I think he's obviously the break's done him well, and Golson as well. And he's come back a totally different player this year. I thought he was excellent last week.
Showed a great attitude, didn't he? Attitude.
Even against Livingston, he was trying to get the ball down and drive at people's box, and he was unlucky last week not to score. But I've been really impressed with him. So I think he'll score today as well.
In the first half he was unlucky, in the second half he did score.
Yeah, he did score, the first half he was unlucky with that shot. But that was pleasing as well. They must have been listening to the show last week, because we had a right few shots and goal as well. Even Barker had one in the second half, which went by the post, so that was encouraging to see as well. So he must be listening to Rangers Radio, I get.
I hope Hadji isn't listening to Rangers Radio.
I think it was Linda that was saying last week about shots and goal.
Were you surprised to see Hadji in the starting 11 today, Linda?
Yeah, a bit ox, because I don't think, obviously he's not played that well, but I think as we said earlier there, he seems to, Gerard says he's been carrying an ox, so maybe he's not, being in kind of full flight because of that. So hopefully, he is now, and maybe just, the fact that he was dropped, I'll just give him a wee bit of a spur, and we can start to see sort of the Hadji that we all hope he is.
Do you think he's got it, or do you think he's just learning his trade? But we have to remember he's only 21, and obviously he was excellent against Braga, and we thought, here, this boy's going to be something different, special. So we have to just put it in context and make sure that we don't get too carried away when he does well or when he does too bad and comes out the team,
Yeah, definitely, Ox. I think sometimes we're guilty of kind of going overboard in our criticism, but also maybe in our praise at times when players do well. But it's hard to settle into Scottish football. I think we all know that because of the physicality. But I really hope he does. He gives us that wee bit of quality and that wee bit of creativity that we'll need today to try and create chances and hopefully get a couple of goals as well.
We're at team, Scott, and then Alex, we're set up to score goals, nothing else.
On you go, Alex.
Scott. On you go, Scott. On you go.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I say. We've got the players there that are well positioned at the other end of the park, and the guy Ruth will hopefully will get another goal today as well. And I says we're not giving away goals, so we're definitely at the other end of the park there. If we can get the Hadji that we got for a couple of the last season, I'll be delighted to get him back. As you say, he's a young player, so young players can drift in and out and have one good game and maybe one bad game. But if we can get a performance, even get an hour out in the day, hopefully can set up some goals or score some goals himself. But I like the way they're setting up now with the strikers, and Kent's obviously come inside a lot more as well, which is good to see, because I thought last year he was a bit kind of too wide. But he seems to be getting more in the box, and I think at one point we're getting more bodies, seem to get more bodies in the box. I think even Davis was in the box in the second half last week as well. But as I said, I'm expecting a comfortable win today.
Okay, Alex, before we go to Cairo, who's joined us?
I would agree with Linda, what she said there regarding Hadji. It's good for a player if he's not in quite form to have a wee spell on the bench to kind of give him the kick up the backside that his place in the starting 11 isn't guaranteed. So, but I would also commend Gerrard's strong management today and not putting Morelos back into the lineup. Could easily have put Balogun and McGregor back in there as well, but he's gained the credit to the players that's in the team and performing as they are just now. So it's been great, and hopefully the guys respond with another good performance and another victory for the Rangers.
Okay, we'll be joined by Cairo. We better be brief. How we doing, Cairo, Malmugger?
I think we'll win. I think Hadji might be the guy to unlock the door. If they lie back the same as other teams, then we're going to have to do something different, like shoot from the outside and hit the byline. We've been saying it for 2 years. I don't see any difference on that type of park. It's a bit more difficult, but I think we're fit with players there. That's the key to opening the door today, and that's very brief.
Are you happy with the team, Cairo? Was it a team that you would have picked?
Aye, I think I'm relatively happy. I mean, the likes of Hadji's not a runner. He's not a one of these guys that he makes space for himself because he's getting day, and I think he's the guy to unlock the door. I personally believe that Kamara is a more beneficial player to us than Davis, but we've got to bring Davis in, see what he can do.
On last week's performance?
Well, I think Kamara gets a lot of slight for no doing things, but the things he does, he generally does it really well, and he breaks play up that he doesn't get a lot of credit for. So I have a wee bit of time for Kamara, to be quite honest with you. I think Davis doesn't give you that, but he gives you that wee bit extra with vision and that sort of thing. But can he give you it for the full game? I don't know. So that's the balance that obviously Gerrard's taking there. I think Jack will be in there. I like Jack. Between Jack and Kamara, again, I'd have Kamara. But I think Jack gets a lot of... Jack has the chance to get there. I mean, the start of last season, there were some games he was really outstanding and he carried us. If he can get back to that level again, then it's going to be hard to leave him out, to be quite honest. Barker, I've never seen enough in Barker. You know my views in Kent. I mentioned him before. He's a £7 million player playing about £2 million worth of good stuff occasionally. He needs to do it more often, and I've not seen enough of Roof. So that's where I'm at. Defence, I think, is relatively okay.
Carol, one of the things I've not spoken to you for a couple of weeks, but Morelos, a lot of people, including myself, maybe thought that was at the end last week and he would be moving on. But here he is. He's back in the squad, so you never say never, eh?
Well, I think, the likes of Morelos, and I don't know whether it's just the Latino sort of a temperament and that sort of thing. He never looks happy, the petted lip. When he is happy, you see it and he plays really well. I think sometimes he just needs a boot up the arse, to be honest with you. That's just my personal view. I just think he's petulant at times and all that, and it still comes through. And it's all right saying he's young and all that, but he's been doing it now for 2 seasons.
He's no young, is he? He's no young.
That's right, and I think he needs to lose that. So probably Gerrard's lost patience, and he's just started to go for the sort of a, pawn on the shoulder thing. He will support you stuff to, hey, if you're not going to do it, then we can't play you type of thing. And I think we're at that stage with him. And if he wants to go and he's not happy, then we let him go and we get the best price for him. But if he does show that he does want to stay, then I wouldn't have any problems with him staying, because he's by far the best centre forward that's been at Ibrox for a couple of seasons.
How do you see the
game, Cairo?
Here's a prediction, Cairo. I know you don't like to, but...
Well, I'll tell you what. If we mix it up and don't play the pass across, there are 2 Rangers teams, as I think you'll probably agree. And if we play the team that the other team doesn't know what we're doing, i.e. we ping the ball about and we shoot from outside and we hit the byline, I think it'll be a comfortable 3-0 win. If we play the way we've been playing, a la back to the Warburton time, with this passing this ball across and passing it across, and we're dead predictable, I think we maybe struggle to get a 1-0.
Okay, a bridge man, as it's known. Alex,
Bridgeman.
Bridge person.
Hey, Bridgeman's fine.
Alex, what's the score?
I just thought I'd throw that one in, Bridgeman, to make sure you were awake.
Make sure he was still awake. Alex, what's the score?
4-0 for me, pal.
4-0.
We've got to get an early goal. Shoot for distance. Get the shots in on the
so
keeper.
Alex, what do you think if we don't? What do you think if we don't get an early goal? That's the thing. We need to get an early goal. I see. I
agree with your surmising there, Cairo. Yeah, I agree with your surmising. It could be a difficult one if we don't get the early goal, but we've just got to keep at them and keep putting the shots in goal.
We've got 4. I've got you doing for 1-0, Bridge. Linda, what's the score going to be?
3-0, Ox.
3, yeah.
Tell me you want that classified as a Linda.
3-0, yep. And Scott, how's the game going for you, mate?
Well, I'd get my bet on 3-0 Ox and Kent to score any time, so I'm going for 3-0 as well.
Swedes.
Not me.
Ox and Kent. Are you playing Ox?
Aye. Well, couldn't do worse than some of them. Carol, you know that. Right, so...
I mean, I'm the only one that's sensible in this panel here. Going for a 1-0.
You're the only one that's sensible. I've never heard that said before.
You're all right. You're all right in your ivory tower up in your
you
El Mazo.
You behave yourself, boy. You behave yourself. All right, Bridge. No bother, pal.
In his luxury penthouse.
Caravan in Kirpin.
Well, Bridge, we've reached that time. We're going to go and get ready for the match, mate. Quickly, give us a wee shout out, mate. Come on, Bridge, you're talking to yourself. Come on, press that button. Press it.
What can I say? Can I just say, by the way, I have to say, it's been another wonderful show today. Marvellous. Good guys in the panel, including the lady, of course. Including the lady, yes. Right, okay. Good guys. I'm afraid I don't agree with the predictions, but never mind. You can't be right all the time. So here we go. Can I just say, to all the Rangers fans all over the world, and particularly Rangers fans here on Rangers Radio, we're here. The game's about to start. Everybody, keep it going for the Rangers. Biggest game of the season. Go out there and mollocate them, Rangers. At least 1-0.
This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back approximately 15 minutes after the final whistle, celebrating the Rangers win. Thanks to Alex, Linda, Cairo, Scott, Bridgeman, and of course, Old School Boy and Foxford doing the technicals. Enjoy the ball game. Take it away.